April 5th, 5:58 p.m. High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202. Kay. She's not here either. Where are you? I'm so glad I never gave you a voice, because then I don't have to say that shit. And, no. You'd be surprised. What are you doing here? Has something happened? They're reporting it on the news already. Well, actually... that's no fun. This isn't a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere, all alone, without her memory. I thought she might have come here, but... I was wondering why Edgeworth was panting, and then I remembered he just ran up 12 flights of stairs. You think I don't know that, but I'm out of places to look. I will fucking end you, Fender. There is a missing child out there. Look, Fender, I may have given up my badge earlier, but that doesn't mean I've decided to become an attorney. However, Kay isn't just some suspect in a murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while. And she'd never harm a fly, let alone another person. The man's missing child is another man's found child. Oh, that's very scary, Mima. We better find this orphan girl before something terrible happens. It's nothing like that, really. She just likes to involve herself in my affairs. I will kill you, Eddie. Every orphan is a reinforcement to the workforce. Vote Mima. That's terrifying. No pointy hat. You want a new hat? Alright, hang on. Just put my tablet away, Mima. How could you do this to me? You want it straight up or at an angle? I suppose it doesn't matter because I can always move it, but... Let's do the David the Gnome hat. You're fine. I have to draw the... You're gonna have to decide if you want me to keep Blush Shoe on or if you just want the hat after this is done. I didn't pay to have options. How dare I make you make decisions? I apologize. I'm the worst. The worst human that has ever human. That's why I'm a tiefling. What color do you want it? Red. Just straight up David the Gnome. Oh, are you going for like over the garden wall? Garden wall this bitch, yeah. Ooh, that's not what I meant. I've done everything wrong. I can fix it. I can fix this. Do it this way. Not quite the right color for over the garden wall. So let's fix it. A new correction line. There we go. Creation or Oh no, that was fine. Back. Here we go. How's that? Cool. Give me just a few seconds to shove this on. Oops, gnome hat, not gnome hate. Wait, why do I always mistype that? Documents. Always. Why must you be this way? Child? There we go. Probably send it back behind his glasses, though. Position. Position. There we go. There we go. Sing your silly songs, Wilt. Been a while since I've rewatched Over the Garden Wall. Probably like a year, now that I think about it. Maybe I will rewatch it. It is the time. Alright, let me grab... Wee! I think I last saw it like 12 months ago. Alright. Rush out of ideas where she could be, and you can't just walk the street shouting her name. I can if I want to. That's not a bad idea. Based on what she told us, it sounds like it all started at the big building. Big time. Get the fuck out. I hate this man. I did, so... In the, when I first played this, I hated him a lot less, and I don't know why. I thought he was kind of charming and smarmy and funny. But now I fucking want to punch him. I don't. The official translation either made him worse or my opinion on him has evolved, which is very possible. Because I didn't know why he was treating Edgeworth like such a fucking asshole in the beginning of the game. When I hadn't played it before. And now that I know, I'm just like, you're blaming a child. Very funny. Bender is truly a force of nature all on his own. Ooh, bisexual lighting. Looking good, Edgeworth. The sun sure set quickly. The first step towards proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory. Shut the fuck up, I'm thinking. The thing you don't know how to do. Do what we're good at. I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do. Detective Edgeworth's on the case. What's up, bitches? We do meet again. How are you doing? What are you two doing up here? Oh, hell yeah. We should definitely agree about cotton candy. Cotton candy good. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself an even more hot water? You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine. Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. Saw that coming a mile off. Oh yeah, Miles quit for like a minute. As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. Needler's like, ooh. Missing. No injections, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay. Later, skater. I love Dr. Young. What is her name now? It's not Young. Hertz. It's Hertz now. I like Dr. Hertz a lot. She's just a grumpy old lady. Everyone get that. He looks like a TV for showing announcements from the various companies in the big building. But at the moment it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. Ugh. What am I standing here for? The Steel Samurai isn't on today. Just sitting there waiting for the theme song to pipe up. Yes, please give me cotton candy. Parting clouds. Is it named for the fact that we're so close to the clouds up here? Part it, if you will. I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely. What's this? You can insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay would absolutely have been all over this. The Kay I know anyways. But for now I'd better focus my powers of observation on this rooftop. Buddy... Sir. Sir? There we go. Pegasus, the winged horse of legend. No, wait. Isn't that a hole on its forehead? So it's a unicorn? No, that can't be right. Unicorns don't have wings. What's this? There's a little plaque here at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions. That'll teach me to bother engaging with such things. An alicorn. You dumb idiot. The beak and wings of a bird and the body of a lion. I guess these statues are meant to guard the peace of this little rooftop haven. I have to say, they're incredibly detailed, almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcomed, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead. It does kind of look like the never-ending story guards that like shoot lasers at people. I don't really want to talk to you, you fucking asshole, but I probably will have to. It's a pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom. According to what Kay told us, she was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell. Do we... okay. So the person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which would suggest that she was pushed over this railing here. The railing is chest high. You'd have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. Everything looks sturdy enough to... We're not gonna look at this? We're not gonna look at the thing we're standing on? You... fucking dumb twat, alright. What's up, buddy? I don't know. You smug little shit. Of course not. Wouldn't dream of saying anything so terrible she'd want to forget. Detective Gumshoe, on the other hand, could do with a few more choice words on occasion. Well, that was fruitless. What the fuck? Okay? Oh, you were in the fucking tree. Hey, sweetie. Okay. For what? That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say laying low? Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on a suspect haunting the site of her supposed crime. Surely you understand that, even in your current state. On top of which, while you've been playing hide-and-go-seek, I've been worried sick and frantically trying to find you. Of course I am. Now, what were you thinking coming back here? Did you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness? What? She's so cute. A little head tilt. There's one thing you haven't lost, you know? Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn. I couldn't be more certain now that you're the Kay I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless, do you hear me? Shut up, Fender. Not now, Fender. Don't hug the poor child. Whose phone is that? Oh, no one's. Live news now from the big building where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene. She's considered the prime suspect, and police say no effort is being spared in trying to track her down. Ah, fuck. Indeed, it's only a matter of time before they find us. You can hardly make things any worse for me at this point. And I will, believe me. Thank you, Fender. I'm sure I'll owe you more than I'll ever really know. That whole bit where you blamed a fucking 9-year-old. This Final Fantasy theme. It's really pretty, but... How about we go over what you remember one more time? Can you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat? See the moon over their shoulder. The moon? The moon's on the other side. So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder. That's new information, I should keep it in mind. Like what? Alright, just let it float to the top of your mind and say whatever comes to your thoughts. She just is hungry. Needs some ramen. Okay. A captivating memory, but sadly one that has nothing to do with the case. You used to say you were the second great thief of Yatakarasu. A noble outlaw dedicated to stealing the truth. Really not remember any of that. I was noble. Not a noble, okay? A noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there. Hey, show you anything? Can you look at this? Oh. Not particularly, no. It's part of the job, I'm afraid, and this one is also a piece of evidence. That's not it at all. But were they really coming towards you from beyond the concession stand? I remember they had legs. But there's nothing out there beyond the stand. How could they have been walking on thin air? A ghost. I'm sorry, okay, but ghosts don't exist. They're the very antithesis of science. Oh. My dude, you have held the magic thingy. The Magamata, the thing. You've held the Fae thing and done the Fae thing, so shut up. It is one of those contradiction things. I don't think that any of this is gonna help me right now. Let's queue it up. Let's do some puzzles. Thinking back over what Kay has said, the person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite the stand. She also said that she could see the moon over this person's shoulder. When we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. Yet, Kate claims it's currently in the same spot in the sky as on the night of the incident. So there's the position of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. Maybe it's all the bumps to her fucking head. What's more, if she really had been pushed over the railing, she would have never survived the fall. Therefore, I must conclude that she may not have fallen where she thought she did. Alright, finally. Can I connect these two? Do they connect? Yes. You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over that railing. Because if you had, you wouldn't be alive right now to tell the tale. But it may also be closer to the truth than you think, Fender. Take another look at the ground in that area. There's a chance we might have missed something. Like the giant fucking trapdoor. Come on, kids. Kay couldn't have fallen over the railing. So where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere. I'll scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay, well, I mean, let's look at everything. Well, there's cherry blossoms. The ground here is covered in cherry blossoms. Even though the tree's not in full bloom yet, the strong winds up here is blowing the petals right off. Would have been nice if they thought to tidy it up just a little, though. Anything else of interest? Nope, just cherry blossoms and this. What's this? Did Kay fall down the hatch by the cherry tree? No one should take him seriously. Panda. There's really nothing else to look at? Alright, just those two things. Back. I don't really have to talk to you again, alright. Probably. Nah, what a time like this. I forgot that we do need to look at the news. Anything more you have to say? No. As you can see, they're still hard at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence holds their display hearings, correct? That's right. There have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation. We'll have to find a way to slip past the press. Maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate. And no one cares about your fate. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay, so let's look at the clock. It looks like this is being broadcast live. Which means we're looking at the big building in real time. I don't think so. The camera's far away enough and it's just dark enough that I think we'll be safe for now. least we'd better be. If K is spotted, things will go from bad to worse before we know it. 17-year-old saw in connection with lawyer slaying. We just have to do this one. As you can see, they're still hard at work on the 50th floor. Okay, so this is importante. I guess they're still working. Wait, something's very wrong with this picture, and I can use a certain piece of evidence to help me deduce exactly what. I had trouble with this the first time. Because I didn't realize why it was important. I thought that it was important that people were moving around in here. That's not it. We look in here. The 50th floor should be the very top floor. But if you look, there's a floor here that's just empty, not lit up. So, it is this. Question, how many floors does this building have? Everlasting smoochy times. The gloomy underbelly of love. Exactly, the committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform. But it actually appears to be located one floor below that. Clearly contradicting the supposed facts. What? No, I don't think so. Yes, there appears to be a hidden 51st floor. Gloomy underbelly of love indeed. Good, then perhaps we can take this more seriously instead. Unfortunately, I have. It's still easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes. Alright. So we have deduced the thing. Okay, maybe we must queue. Maybe we must queue. Down the hatch? Off we go. How has no one noticed a floor between the 50th and the viewing platform until just now? And that's precisely it. Things like stairs are normally out in the open, going unnoticed by people seems a bit implausible. Which can only mean the 51st floor is no ordinary floor and can't be reached by ordinary means. Hell yeah, okay, let's go. Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of such a hatch? A room of some kind, perhaps? Good job, Fender. What is this place? Oh no, this is a trip down memory lane. You guys ready? Whatever it is, I think we can safely say this is where you fell. Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red rain-coated figure who can walk on air to account for, among other things. Shut up. We have pretty much exhausted everything up here, and it can't hurt to take a look. Off we go!
Is that you, Mr. Edgeworth?
If you play D&D with me, you know Rayarian's voice, and I sometimes call it the Emma voice. It's because that's Emma up there, and it's her voice. Emma, what are you doing here?
I heard about what happened from Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what was going on.
This is Emma Skye. She's a high school student currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger sister of a former superior of mine. We've also stood in court together.
The detective called me up in a panic. He said your badge fell off the big building and that Kay was in a man's suit and...
Hold it right there. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? And you're back again already?
Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. But not to do any schoolwork or anything, just some interpreting.
Then shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around a crime scene?
Oh, it's fine. There's this wonderful thing called body language after all.
That's not an actual language, Emma.
Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she? Edgeworth? You are his assistant. Wait, attorney? Since when are you a defense attorney?
I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement.
But an attorney? Mr. Edgeworth? Really?
She does not give a shit about you. You are not on the hot scale for her.
What is this? Some kind of weird experiment?
Perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain there. Emma has a little bit of a crush on Edgeworth. Like a cute, like idol crush on him. It's really adorable. And hilarious because Edgeworth never notices this shit.
And who's this?
I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go.
Oh, alright, but you better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Attorney?
Trust me, I'll explain that too. To be continued. Yes, please. April 5th, 7:06 p.m. Question marks? Roguishly handsome face my ass. Watch your step, Emma.
Ouch, I hit my head on something.
Make your way down slowly, Kay. I don't want you to slip.
Hi, Scourge, welcome in.
So the hidden 51st floor really is being used as a storeroom. I said this earlier, but you weren't here. See this little pink-hatted girl? Her name is Emma. And I don't know if you remember when I first started doing Rayarian's voice. I was like, I'll just do the Emma voice. This is Emma. This is where Rayar's voice comes from. This character right here. This is the voice I gave her many, many years ago when I was voice acting this whole series for Roommate. So the hidden 51st floor really is being used as a storeroom. We'll need to take a careful look over all these items. Big building pamphlet data updated in my organizer.
Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you promised me an explanation or three.
I did indeed. Where to even start?
Wow, a lot's been happening, huh? What a case.
It's not supposed to fill you with excitement, Emma. So there's only 2 Edgeworth games, but the Ace Attorney series, has 7? There's like 7 mainline? There's either 6 or 7 mainline games. I don't know. I've played all of them. How many Ace Attorney games are there? There are 6 main series games and 5 spin-offs. So Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulation. Okay, so there's the 2 Investigators games. We're playing the second one of those. There's Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Great Ace Attorney Adventures. And then Great Ace Attorney 2. I forgot about those. I've played those too. And then there's Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which is just Adventures in Resolve. And then there's the Apollo Justice Trilogy and the Investigations Collection. I don't know that we'll do all of them, because there are a lot. But I really, really love these games. Like, I know we became the Danganronpa show for, like, over a year. But Ace Attorney is a lot easier to play for me. So maybe we'll do more of them, but this is the first time this has ever been released in America. This is the official translation. There's a fan translation, which I reference every once in a while, because some of the names are changed, so sometimes I get people's names wrong. Or, you know, like notate things that are different in each localization. Because I find it interesting, and I hope you guys do too. But because this is the first time this game has been in America for realsies, I was very excited to play it and share it with everybody. But I kind of, because Ace Attorney's been around so long, I kind of assumed that everybody's played it, and a lot of people have. But it turns out not as many people played it as I thought. Because this is like, one of the reasons everybody was mad this one never came to the States until now is because this is the, like, anniversary game, and it's got a bunch of callbacks and references. It has it has at least one character from every single game. It's really, really good. It's like one of my favorites in the series, in the whole Ace Attorney series. It makes me so happy to see everybody and, like, be Edgeworth and argue with people. It's just good fun. I really like this one, and I was very upset that they didn't translate it. Originally they didn't translate it because it was, quote, too Japanese, but I think what really happened is the first, Investigator series, the Prosecutor's Path game, didn't do that well over here. Because it's a spin-off and it's different than the Ace Attorney mainline. So people were like, what is this? What do you mean I have to walk around? What the fuck is this shit? So people didn't really love it. I've played nothing ever, so I'm a pretty blank slate. I take that back. I played some really old school games ages ago in my actual childhood. Well, Scritch, one of the great things about Ace Attorney is because it's mostly a visual novel, you don't have to have, like, good gamer instincts. You can just click through and pick things and you'll get there. It's like you talk to people, learn stuff, and solve puzzles. And the puzzles are, like, making someone break down on the stand and confess. They're great.
Seems like you've gotten yourself into a real pickle, Mr. Prosecutor Attorney.
I'm not an attorney or a prosecutor anymore.
Well, whatever you are, I think it's time for science to lend a helping hand. Don't worry, I brought my entire kit with me.
Well, if you're sure.
Are you kidding? I live for moments like this. Here, let's make this all official. Good working with you again, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you, Miss Sky. And then there were 4. Alright. Okay. Please don't reference a murder. Like, everyone dies in that book. Can we not? And it's kind of... And this kind of type thing I used to do, like the original King's Quest. Hell yeah, I've played a bunch of the King's Quest games on this channel too. It was a long time ago. Maybe I'll redo them at some point, because they're not very long. But, yeah.
I want to know where that elevator goes.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. It's something we'll certainly want to investigate further, but we should look around up here first. Myst. I have vivid memories of playing Myst, and it, like... I swear to God my copy was haunted, because the lights would flicker and the radio would turn on by itself, and there would be footsteps in the house even though it was empty. It was a bad time. Yes, call me Captain. I enjoy that. Thank you, Kay. Emma?
Ready, willing, and able to investigate, Mr. Edgeworth.
Scariest game with no way to die ever. Yes. Also, the piano puzzle was fucking... The piano puzzle and the space puzzle. The constellation puzzle are like... Just years worth of how do you even do this? Very well, let's begin. Hell yeah! Look at all this stuff! Okay, so over here there's the Pink Princess. There's the Steel Samurai, there's the Nickel Samurai, I think his name is. There's the Badgers. This is something I should recognize, but I don't. And then these are a reference to a TV show. I got in trouble a lot for how much I swore at the piano one. The piano one's stupid hard. And the thing is, I played the piano at the time, and I couldn't figure it out.
It's kind of creepy, all these masks lined up here in the dark.
Not a fan of horror movies, I take it.
No way! That stuff's so unscientific.
I think you mispronounced terrifying. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay.
That mask!
It's Global Hero Onion Compound. Okay. And why is that so shocking?
You really don't know? Everything about the show is a secret. When it's on TV, who makes it? So the merchandise is super rare.
It sounds to me like whoever made it may have simply gone out of business.
That's Captain Saipan. He's super popular overseas. Everybody loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it.
I find the flower on his head a little excessive myself.
What TV shows are these from?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of the Starry School. It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes.
So their masks are modeled on sports safety helmets or something, right? And maybe the number of eye slits tells you their student ID number? The one on the left would be number 1 and the right is number 2.
I suppose that could be it, yes.
And that would mean a ton of slits for the kids with the highest ID numbers.
I have to admit being a little intrigued by this show now. Okay, that counted for both of them. And here's Pink Princess. She's the only heroine in the Steel Samurai needs.
You can say that again. I love the Pink Princess.
You watch shows like that, Emma?
Of course. You love them too, right?
Well, I don't really know all that much about them, but sure.
Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai figure in your office, so I thought...
I can't believe even Emma's seen it. He loves the Steel Samurai, and he doesn't want anyone to know because he's such an uptight little bitch. Oh, this is... Yeah, this one's the Steel Samurai, and the other one, this one's the Nickel Samurai. He's got this thing.
The Nickel Samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know? There's more to it than that. I'm Team Steel all the way.
You've just gone up in my estimation, Emma.
Who's this guy?
There's nothing of interest here. Alright, well, fine. Don't look at those. These are all case files from various murders.
What? But why would they be in here?
They should be safely under lock and key at the courthouse or in the prosecutor's office. Which would suggest that somebody removed them without permission. Something very suspicious is going on here. We need to find out more. There's a selection of masks arranged on the mark here. There's even a Steel Samurai. And what an impressively authentic likeness it is, too.
The scientist in me is sensing something strange, though. A lack of consistency, you know?
In the sense that the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow, I don't disagree. There's even an empty space here.
Yeah, just an empty hook right in the middle.
Someone using that one, perhaps. Deduce! Hey, gee whiz, there are a lot of masks here. Think it might have something to do with the mask we have? Kay was carrying a Jammin Ninja mask when she was found. But it looks like it might have originally come from this hook.
Scientifically speaking, that doesn't seem like a crazy hypothesis.
Which would mean that...
which would mean that Kay really was here?
As you put it, not a crazy hypothesis, but why?
Did she come to steal something, maybe? There's all kinds of stuff here.
Because she had a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. No, I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. Oh, we can't look at this guy? Alright. Yuck. Nope, that was the wrong button. This statue.
What is it? Got some new data for me?
Not exactly, it's just something from a case I worked on. A piece of evidence. I believe it's called the Alfred statue. It is not called the Alfred statue. And there were two of them, a real one and a fake. Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here of all places.
An old case, huh?
Guess you worked on a bunch of different... Uh-oh. Oh no! Bitch, I'll kill you.
Gotcha!
Oh god. Oh no, I have to do her voice. Hang on. Give me a moment.
Caught in the act, red dang-handed. Guiltier than a tomcat covered in cream. Ah!
Ugh, my eyes. Stop that at once.
Ain't no stopping my snapping, not till I get every dang detail and then some. Y'all think I'm about to let a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get the shot? Think again. We're not criminals.
Oh no, that's just her hair. Look at this poofy bitch.
Yeah, sure, pull the other one. Got bells on. This here camera's a weapon of justice, and I ain't about to be hornswoggled by your cheap denials.
Oh, it's you.
Huh? Yours? Why, you're that low-down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor, ain't ya?
You almost got me sentenced to death for a murder I didn't commit, Lotta Hart. Maybe you should put that fucking snarl away. Who are you calling a low-down dirty jerk? This is Lotta Hart. Photojournalist by trade. We've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially on that one particular case. She's hard to forget, and even hard to get a word in edgewise with. Quit making that face, will you? That's the face of a no-good schemer if I ever saw one. It seems I didn't leave the best of impressions on her either. Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful. All I want from you is a couple of pictures.
But we're just here to investigate.
Sure you are. If by investigate you mean pull the wool over Lotta's mile-wide eyes.
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me.
It didn't hurt to try, I guess, but we're probably better off leaving her alone for now. You dumb fucking bitch. Alright. I mean, hi Lotta, it's great to see you. Can we please? There we go.
You said the statue was a piece of evidence from an old case of yours, right? It's pretty weird looking, I have to say.
It's known as the Alfred statue. It is not known as the Alfred statue. It's the Alif Red statue.
The what?
The Alfred statue.
But it says here it's called the Alif Red statue.
What did I just say?
Alif Red, Alfred, Alif Red.
What are you muttering about?
Oh, nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we?
He sometimes just gets silly shit wrong.
What is that giant head thing?
Oh no, this is from an old case. It's the head of the great Mrs. Monkey. Yep, this is exactly what I was thinking about. So his name is Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has decided that he is Mrs. Monkey and never changed it, ever. I remember the case well. Do you? But how did they even get it up here?
Huh, Mrs. Monkey? That doesn't sound right. Are you sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth, or misremembered it somehow?
Don't be ridiculous. As if I'd ever make such a mistake. Can I look at... Oh, I can't look at the blue badger? Who stole Gumshoe's blue badger? Who stole Gumshoe's hard, terrible work? Piles of banknotes, just left out for all to see. A little tasteless, wouldn't you say?
No way, these are all $100 bills. That's a fortune right there.
Shit ton of money.
How many years would it take for you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please, Emma, I don't even want to think about it. More years than I've got.
Whoa, that's one heck of a desk. I wonder who it belonged to.
There are 4 male figures acting as legs holding up the tabletop in the center. It's hideously cringy. Oh my god, it's Red White's table. It doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to loop back around.
Is this from one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I can't think of anyone related to any of my investigations with such ostentatiously awful taste. Yeah, you don't remember the updated autopsy report, my dude? This is from Mia's death. At least, I don't think there was. Memory's not as good as you think it is, is it, buddy?
A bunch of trophies and oh look, somebody left a walkie-talkie here.
It looks to me like it was put there deliberately, rather like it's on display, to be honest.
Hey, there are batteries in here too. It could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it for a little while, will they? I can take it to the police station after.
Someone's starting to sound like a certain great thief. That might be Shelly's. We ran into Shelly like at the very beginning of this game. Shelly the Killer. He was the ice cream man with the staples in his face.
Scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of wooden icebox. Yeah, the chains are probably to stop the cold air from escaping.
I don't mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't this just a box for storing clothes in? The wood is imbued with a natural repellent that keeps moths away.
Oh, yeah, sure. Guess you could look at it that way too. And keeping your clothes chilled would be nice for the summer, right?
Still not prepared to let go of that particular part of your hypothesis, I see. Yeah, well, what have we got here? These are...
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
If I'm not mistaken, several of these items on display here are pieces of evidence from old cases of mine, but what are they doing here?
Maybe this is where the committee stores stuff it's looking into?
It can't be. Evidence like this is stored at the police department. Oop, I clicked off of the game.
They don't keep stuff at the prosecutor's office, too.
When a case is ongoing, yes, but once the last trial is finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct, unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere.
And yet, here it all is.
There's no point in trying to figure out why it's the whys right now. I should take a closer look at it all. They all have labels. Labels with numbers printed on them.
Exhibit numbers, maybe? You said they were all pieces of evidence, right?
Yes, but judging by how the numbers are written and by the items themselves, I guess these are prices.
Prices? I would have never guessed that. Wait, but none of this stuff could be worth that much money, could it?
The prices are very high indeed. It's no wonder she's surprised. I must examine all of these in detail. Okay, so first of all, what the fuck?
A mannequin, huh? Wait, I know. All thanks to my powers of scientific deduction, of course. It's evidence from an old case of yours, right?
Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life. Doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room either. For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here? Probably held something. A mannequin for displaying clothes. There were probably clothes on it. You can see she's very naked right now.
That's a cute little doll. It kind of looks like the Steel Samurai.
It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He's born burdened with the knowledge that he too would one day be called upon to fight for justice. I can't imagine the pressure that must have put him under, more than most people could bear. Yes, he's young, but you can sense it nonetheless. Certain tragic refinement.
Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, are you even listening to me?
Huh? Oh, of course. He just loves his stories.
Aw, isn't he a cutie? Look at this fluffy little guy.
That's the stuffed animal we found at Gold Lake.
Yeah, it's right here.
He should be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. Which isn't us. So how did he wind up here? Well, we got that prosecutor arrested, didn't we? Or was that a different prosecutor?
Aw, but look, he's missing his left horn.
He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least, not as far as we ever saw.
Defective merchandise, huh? Then we need to contact the manufacturer. I demand a recall.
Now that I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with?
So this storeroom is actually more of a stockroom?
It would seem so, much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases?
And to who? Who would even want to pay for all this stuff?
Murder junkies. I promise you, they're out there. Somebody, clearly. And the price tags are proof of that.
Wow, people really will collect anything, huh? Fascinating.
I love that her computer is a DS.
And it says ES on it for Emma Sky.
What's this?
That's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. But it still has one of those signs in front of it.
Indeed. And look, there's an outline in the dust on top of the cloth. I say something was probably sitting there until quite recently, wouldn't you?
You know what? I think you might be right. But, I'm drawing a blank trying to imagine what.
Yeah, I might have an idea. A star-shaped outline. And we have a piece of evidence that might well be connected. Do we? What do we have in our pockets? Oh. Okay. We'll figure that out in a minute. A bottle of ink and a lantern, both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine.
Well, why? Why is all this stuff related to you doing here?
It's not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time, the duration of the case, and no longer. Perhaps this is all nothing but a coincidence.
Seriously? A coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth.
We must always face up to the facts of a situation, however strange they may be. Isn't that what scientists believe too?
You want to talk about what scientists believe? Settle in. This may take a while.
Oh boy. Okay, so this ink glows in the dark if you burn it, and this is a fancy lantern. That's from the previous Edgeworth game. It's a small bottle, one I've never seen before.
Oh, is that all? Nothing else to add?
Well, no. What more did you want me to say?
Hold up, I've got to write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topics into something picturesque with his explanations.
Next time, try taking those kinds of notes in silence. I believe this is the perfume bottle from you. The first thing. The safe is not interesting to you? How about Blue Badger back here? Nothing? Nothing? Tra-la-la? Alright. Could this be related to the evidence I hold somehow? What about this one? The outline in the dust matches the bottom of the candelabrum exactly. I'd say there's a very strong chance that this is where our murderer took it from.
Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from another case?
It certainly seems likely, but that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from this storeroom. Okay, cool. Biek. I don't want to talk to you yet. Is there anything else I can look at? I can talk to you. I'll talk to Eddie over Lotta. Could you at least try to take things a little more seriously, Fender? It's not Kay I'm worried about, it's you. Okay, okay. Let's talk to Emma real quick, because she's not gonna be our buddy for very long.
Ask me anything, I'm all ears. I can't believe they suspect poor Kay, it's outrageous.
I couldn't agree more, but the best thing we can do right now is to stay calm and look for clues.
Except, I've been scientifically processing the situation and I think I've come up with a better idea. Maybe we could administer some carefully targeted electric shocks to Kay, directly to Kay's brain. What do you say? Might be just the thing to bring her memory back online.
That sounds more like a little risky. It sounds incredibly risky, in fact. Personally, I'm still of the opinion that searching this room for clues is a better option.
Really? But a little risk is what science is all about.
Yes, a little being the operative phrase. Emma's very excitable.
I'm back for a little while to interpret for my professor, but I'm still mostly based in Europe. Gotta keep studying until I'm the finest forensic investigator under the sun.
I'm very glad to hear you say that. Dedication to one's chosen field is a student's greatest responsibility.
It sure is, but I just don't want to get ahead academically. I've been trying hard at sports too. Especially that one event they have at school, athletics meets. You know the one.
There are quite a few to choose from.
It's huge over there, and unlike there, it's considered a real hardcore sports for adults. That's right, I'm talking about glasses battles. Who hasn't had one of those, right?
Me, never, not even once. Been listening to Emma talk in the storeroom about how her studies are going. Thanks for the thing. I got an Achievo for that.
Miss Hart sure seems to have a grudge against you, Mr. Edgeworth. Low-down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor. She really wasn't holding back.
We've met a few times on one case in particular, but let's not let her attitude and sudden appearance distract us from the job at hand. We just need to gather all the facts and apply the principles of logical reasoning. By following my methods, the truth will present itself soon enough. Low-down dirty journalist notwithstanding.
Don't take this the wrong way, but... Didn't her calling you a low-down dirty jerk get to you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Don't be ridiculous.
Back.
Okay. Is this really nothing else? I can't look at anything else. I have to talk to Lotta. Can I look at this? No. No, it's just Lotta. Great. Hey, bitch.
So, what are y'all doing snooping around a fishy old place like this, anywho?
I think it's us who should be asking you that.
Me? I'm in it for the truth, the good of society, and for little old me, of course. I'm what you might call a photographer for the people. Snapping here, snapping there, snapping every day and everywhere.
I'll just leave you to it then. We can talk once you've gotten it out of your system later. Okay, well, I apparently haven't looked at everything. Oh, I can look at the thing.
Wow, this is some sturdy construction. Thick floor plates, sturdy supports. At a rough estimate, I could say it could hold 50 of you easily, Mr. Edgeworth.
Except for the fact that it's nowhere near big enough.
You say that, but pack yourselves in tight enough and I think you might just do it.
I really don't think so, and anyway, we have more important things to be investigating. We can theorize about the elevator once we're done.
Maybe you're right. Fine. 45 Mr. Edgeworth's 48 tops.
Did it.
Did it.
Done. Alright. Lotta, are you gonna talk to us now?
So what are you doing?
Okay. Lady, what am I missing? Talk to you. I've looked at this. Okay. Oh, maybe we're supposed to... puzzles? Maybe we're supposed to puzzles. Yeah, that would make sense. The evidence all has price tags attached. High price tags. Piles of money were left in the storeroom. Some kind of deal. We've seen items of old evidence marked with price tags along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods.
Shady deals on a hidden 51st floor? This is big, it has to be, right?
I think it might be, but we'll need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here.
If only there was an eyewitness we could interview.
Everybody turns to stare at Lotta. An eyewitness. Alright, bitch. Talk to me. Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart?
Me? Yeah, I told you. I'm in it for the truth, for the good of society, and for little old me, of course. I'm a photographer for the people. For the people?
If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence trafficking scheme here in the storeroom.
Oh, so she's after a juicy story. Makes sense. What? How did y'all figure that out? I guess it means I don't have to tippy-toe around it anymore.
One of my sources told me the lowdown about an underground action.
What?
So all the items here
were sold to the highest bidder. Folks was slinging money around like it was going out of fashion. Had to come see for myself, of course. Gotta get eyes on my subjects, you know.
I should have heard the tales my contact was telling, taller than 2 trees, or so I thought at first. Anyhow, I wasn't about to write up based on hearsay alone. So yesterday I snuck in, slunk in here behind that statue, and settled in to wait. Bidding started late at night and carried right on through the break of dawn. So the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence? I think not.
Dirty deals in a secret storeroom. Talk about a story.
Was there anything else on sale apart from these items of evidence in this room?
Sure, there was regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing.
In what way are shady artworks regular, exactly?
Well, the evidence was the big draw for sure. I reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out of here in the cops and prosecutor shops.
There's something not quite right with this side of her face. So part of the reason some of the portraits look a little odd, because they used to be pixel art. And they had a limited amount of pixels, so things that look good in pixel art don't always translate when you ink over them. Like this, I should have more curve to the top of it. There's just some issues with it. But it is very true to the old one, the original sprites. I don't know why they've decided to do her hair quite like this, as it looks all brushy and painterly, and then the rest of her is just like hard-lined, so it looks a bit odd.
And I'll bet you got pictures of the whole thing, right, Miss Hart?
Well, you see, the main event was down below and I had to try and see what I could from up here. Having been up here since yesterday, I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then? It was an underground affair, like I said, so folks wasn't exactly giving much away. All them customers came down one at a time from up on the roof there. At least it's labeled correctly. Threw on masks just as soon as I got down the ladder. That ain't all. They had a voice changer doodads on them, see? Tiny ones, dinkier than a bug's behind. So y'all couldn't see their real faces and you couldn't hear their real voices. Surreptitious as all heck. You mean surreptitious, right? I surely do. Sweet, sweet surreptitude. Also not a word. Anywho, once they had their gear on, they went right on downstairs. And then in came the next one. When it came time to leave, they all done the same, but in reverse. Up they came again, one by one.
Mask back on the hook, up the ladder, and away. Whoa, that's a serious operation.
And how many participants were there?
11 altogether. I counted them when they came down the ladder. I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know?
You didn't? Then where were you?
Well, when I first got here, you know what? That ain't important right now.
So you were hiding behind the statue from the very beginning?
Anywho, I watched all them folks come in from my spying spot right here in the shadows. I see, so you were watching from behind the statue. They used that there elevator to get down below. And once it was all down there, I snuck up and took me a peek at what was going on.
You mean the elevator remained in the room beneath?
Nah, they sent it back up. But there's a little peeky hole if you know where to look. The elevator didn't quite sit flush with the floor, see? But if you bend down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang.
Did you catch sight of who was in charge?
Alright, sure, I guess I did. Ain't half so good a story if you don't get a glimpse of the evil ringleader after all.
I wonder who this ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more. Her voice is killing me. Let me get some tea. You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them?
Y'all should know, I came here to get me an exclusive. And an exclusive ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already.
I see, so you don't actually know anything about them.
You think that's why she won't give us an answer? Makes sense, I guess. You got me. Couldn't see if it was a man or a woman, a kid or an old timer, nothing.
What were they wearing? Could you see that at least?
Sure, white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower in their lapel. Them three things is what I remember. But what good's a description of the outfit if I don't got a clue who's wearing it? So this ringleader disguised their identity too, just like everybody else? Yes, sirree. Mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards.
They were wearing one of the masks. Which one?
Let me see. Oh yeah, it's this guy. Zervan.
Zervan? What kind of a name is that?
Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, you've never heard of Zervan? He's global hero Pokemon arch nemesis. Who hasn't heard of Zervan the Time Lord?
Me. I think you might be better off asking who has. So you didn't get a glimpse of their face at all?
No, I dang well didn't. Which kind of scotches my scoop. This whole mess has been nothing but a snipe hunt. I should have never come.
We know of somebody who was dressed just like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart. Present. Hey, is this it? You said the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct?
Sure did. Don't ask me why they was dressed up like a peacock on a parade day, but they was.
Is this the outfit you saw?
Well, holy smokes, it sure as heck is. But, wait. So the big cheese is dead?
All we know is that she's the victim of the case we're investigating.
Her name was Rosie Ringer. Do you know her?
Nope.
So the ringleader was a lady? Well, ain't that just slippier in the dang deal? Throwing me off with a mask and a jacket like that?
I hardly think she did it to fool you specifically. But setting that aside for now, what's important is that we've discovered something vital to the case. Namely that the underground auction was shared by none other than our victim.
So somebody done bumped off the boss, huh? Well, that's what was happening.
And what was happening?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Y'all just go on about your business now. No offense, Miss Hart, but you made that sound about 5 times more suspicious.
Suspicious by foot? I told y'all, it's nothing. You won't get nothing more out of me than that. Wait, so there is more? How many dang times do I gotta tell you? It ain't nothing. Okay, and I ain't saying nothing either way.
Aw, you can tell us just a little bit more, pretty please?
I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist, a news hound, a scoop hunter, you hear? Exclusive articles go out, money comes in. That's how the game is played. Tell you more? Heck, I done told you too much already.
Wait, what if I, examine some fingerprints for you? Pro bono.
What kind of cockamamie thank you is that? Sooner get a tooth pulled. You want intel? You go dig it up yourself, just like I had to.
Okay, I guess she isn't gonna talk to either of us.
Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. And we will handle them next time.